Guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm reviewing the pre-tied dropper loop rigs by Rigmate. This one here is 10-pound line and it gives you 100 knots, which is pretty good. It costs about $45 to $50 depending on the store you go to. Some people may say that's quite expensive for a bit of leader, but for what this thing can do and for how much time this thing can save, I personally think it's actually good bang for your buck. I'm often buying rigs because I kind of just don't really have the time or patience, should I say, to just make rigs on the go all the time. So personally, I think this pays for itself. I think for 45 bucks, this is pretty good. I'm going to show you now how to rig hooks and sinkers with this product. I've made one last night actually, and I found the process very simple. This rig I have here, I call it the night rig because it has a glowing sinker at the bottom here. It has 2 hooks and each hook has a glow-in-the-dark bead. And then at the very top I have another swivel here with another glow-in-the-dark bead. I'm going to show you now how to actually attach weights and hooks using this leader. So all you need to do is grab your loop here and you're just going to pinch it just enough so that it can fit through the hole here. And once that comes through, you just pull it through. Now it's just a matter of pretty much looping it through the weight here, and you just pull. And that knot will just close on itself. And yeah, that's not going to come off now. So you just pinch a bit of leader here, small enough that it will fit through the eye of the hook, put it through like that. It'll come out to the other side. You will then pull this bit of leader here, the loop, under the hook like that, and you just, I don't know if you can see that, you just pull, and that sets your hook nice and firm on this bit of leader. Easy as that. So what's my thoughts on this product? Well, I think the price for some may be considered a bit steep. For $45, you may be of the mindset of that's a lot of money. I would rather just buy my own leader for 20 or 30 bucks and tie my own rigs. And you know what, that's completely fine, you're entitled to that opinion. But for some people, you know, perhaps you don't have the time, or perhaps you don't have the patience to be sitting there and tying rigs all day. Perhaps you have a family and perhaps your rigs are constantly getting pulled off by weed or snags, and you just want to save yourself a lot of time and hassle. Then yeah, this I think pays for itself. You don't have to keep buying rigs, and importantly, you don't have to spend a lot of time making your own rigs, tying knots with hooks. So personally, I think this is a great product. I think for the price, it's reasonable. But some people may beg to differ in the comments, and that's fine. Fishing, I think, you know, people have all the different preferences about how to fish and what works for them. I think for me, this works for me. So I'm going to give this a positive rating. I'd give it a 4 out of 5. So that's all I have time for today, guys. I was hoping to do a fish over this long weekend, but yeah, let's just say my car's had some problems and I'm unable to go out at this time to use my car. So that's a bit of a pain, but that'll be resolved in next week or two, hopefully. But yeah, happy Easter, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.